Stop thinking about being an over 40 creator. Stop missing out on all of the amazing opportunities that older creators have. Get off the fence and become a creator today. It's a wildly creative and fulfilling gig. But getting started when you're over 40 can be confusing, and there is not a lot of good information out there about how to do it. But once you start, it is so much fun, and you can earn a full-time income doing this. I'm 51 years old, and last year I made over $55,000 doing this full-time. So in this video, I'm gonna go over what I would do differently if I was starting over as an over 40 creator. By the end of this video, you'll understand how to start making money and avoid all of the mistakes I made when I was starting out. If only I had a time-traveling DeLorean, this would have been so much easier. I started my content creator journey the way that most people think you should, which was starting a YouTube channel. I'm very passionate about short-form visual effects, and I saw a need for longer-form videos for that. So I started up Amazeballs VFX, geared towards helping people learn these short-form visual effects. So I did my creative strategy, I started making videos, and at the same time I was learning how to do YouTube. I poured everything into those videos, and nobody watched them. At the same time, we were running out of money. I'd been fired from my job, I couldn't get anything else full-time, and I was Ubering to make money. So I started promoting a test for a course. I made my landing page, my value video, I made 5 ads, I posted them on Instagram, and nobody bought a thing. But then a few months later, I found out about UGC, user-generated content. These are videos that brands use on their social media pages or as ads on Facebook and Instagram and all those fun places. TikTok too. The thing about it was you didn't need to have an audience to be a creator. These ads weren't going on your page. You were making them for the brand. I was shocked. I thought it was all about followers. So with that bank account really running low, I thought I needed to give this UGC thing a try. So I made 7 example videos, I started posting them on Twitter, and within 3 days I got a 1 video deal for $100 and was just shocked. And then a few days later, I got a 4 video deal for $1,200. If you're interested in learning how to start UGC, I've got a free Kickstarter guide for boomers and Gen Xers that you can read that is linked down in the description below. So if I was starting over, I would think about making money before building an audience. UGC lets me make a full-time income, and it doesn't matter how many followers I have. No matter what your career goals are, what your final aspirations is, start making money making content, because it is so much easier to build your following, build your audience, while you're getting paid to make content. I know it sounds crazy, but it's the truth. So while my original YouTube approach was completely wrong, there was something else that I was messing up. As creators, it's easy for us to get caught up in comparison. Oh, they have more followers, they're getting more views, their bank account is probably bigger. And for people that are older than your average YouTuber, your average influencer, you can start to think that you're too old to do this. When I started Amazeballs VFX, I realized that the creators that wanted to do these visual effects were about half my age. They didn't have things like kids, they weren't married, they didn't have a house that needs an HVAC system and water heater. I speak from experience. Now, most of the people that wanted to learn VFX were younger, and they probably didn't want to learn from an old guy. You don't know us, Gramps. But when I made the switch to UGC, I was in demand. So if I was starting over, I would embrace my over 40 uniqueness. Doing UGC is the easiest way for anyone over 40 to make money as a creator, because you are in demand. Brands need creators that are over 40 to talk about their over 40 products. You're not gonna get a 25-year-old to sell menopause pills. That's not how it works. And there are so many other creator opportunities where your age can benefit you. You can start your own YouTube channel and talk about your experience that you've gained since you're older. You can teach people how to grow a garden, how to play guitar, how to be a dungeon master. Not trying to be younger is the smartest thing that I've done as an older creator. My gray hair, my wrinkles, my bad back, these are the things that get me paid. Within a few weeks, I was off and running as a UGC creator. I was landing brand deals, making good money, having fun making videos. I'd never been able to make steady income as a freelancer, so I had so many stumbling blocks. I was learning how to set up business bank accounts, doing invoices and creating contracts. And while I was doing this, I was still trying to land clients. And it takes effort to land UGC gigs. You need to post on social media, you need to pitch people, you need to apply for jobs on platforms. It was exhausting and it wasn't sustainable. And I realized that this doesn't really happen in the real world. Like, my local coffee shop isn't always out there hustling for new clients. They rely on repeat customers like me. And that led me to rethink my approach. I couldn't think of myself as a transaction. I needed to be a coffee shop, someplace that sells a service. And for me, my service was UGC videos by a guy over 40. It was a complete shift to making great videos and providing great customer service. And that customer service, that communication, would lead to repeat clients. So if I was starting over, I would think of myself as a business selling a service from day one. As a UGC creator, brands come to me because they need something that I can do, or they don't have the resources to do it, so they need me. That's the service that I offer. I'm not an everything to everyone. It's UGC videos by a guy over 40. That mindset has helped me make so much more money, has led to repeat clients, and I'm not working as hard. The greatest thing about being a UGC creator is that once you get started, work can be pretty consistent, but there are no consistencies when it comes to the UGC deals that you get. Brands have different budgets and different objectives. When you're starting out, your price for one UGC video should be between $75 to $150. When you get more experience, you can get $1,000 for one video. And since you can work as much as you want, you can take as many deals as you want. And for a few months, I was rarely saying no to a UGC deal. One deal was an 8-minute video that took about 3 hours to make. And another was a deal for $200 that included 50 B-roll shots. I was making a great amount of money. I fully paid for our family's 2-week vacation in June. And I was so sick of UGC. Working so much caused me to completely burn out, and I was just not having fun doing this. It took a few weeks for me to start enjoying doing UGC again. So what I would do if I was starting over is not take every deal that comes my way. Big money equals big burnout. You won't be a good creator if you're completely exhausted. Be selective about the deals that you take. Do not sign an agreement until you see the scope of work that you're doing. I should not have taken that 50 B-roll shot for $200 when I could have been making more money to do the same amount of work or even less. I don't take every deal that comes in. I'm very selective about the rate, but also, more importantly, do I like this brand? And is this video going to be one that I'm gonna be proud to show in my portfolio to get more work? Choose deals with brands you like and that align with your personality or your values. You will get so much better work done and you'll just enjoy this more. As a UGC creator, my work is shown on all the big social media channels. Brands put me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, even Snapchat, if that's still around. And when I started my content creator journey, I strive to be on every single platform as well. I thought it was a solid strategy. I'd make one YouTube video, I'd make 4 shorts, and then I could use those shorts on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and for a while that worked. When one video got 5,000 views, it blew up my email list. And I was doing the same thing as a UGC creator. I was posting examples on Instagram and TikTok. I was making personal branding videos that showed my personality and how I think as a creator. Now you think this multi-channel, multi-video approach would have landed me tons of UGC brand deals, but it didn't. The other part was that it was exhausting to write 5 different videos and get those edited and scheduled. I hit burnout and I hated making content. So if I was starting over, I would choose one social media platform for growth. As a UGC creator, don't try to post on every platform to get your stuff out there. If you hate Instagram, don't post on Instagram. For me, I focus on Twitter for my UGC content, and for Creator Later, I focus here on YouTube with the occasional TikTok. It's a lot less work, and limiting myself to just a few channels helps me stay focused. Focus on making great UGC videos and posting them on one platform. Tons of crappy videos posted on tons of social networks will not grow your career. So my journey as a UGC creator started off like a rocket. I was earning brand deals very early on in the process. This gave me the finances as well as the confidence to start building my own personal brand. As you know, a personal brand is how people perceive you. I mean, if you think of Steve Jobs, Dwayne Johnson, or David Hasselhoff, you understand who I'm talking about because they've curated a personal brand. I felt it was important for me to develop a personal brand. So I started looking into it like everybody else, looking up YouTube videos and reading blogs and just soaking in everything I could about developing a personal brand. And while it was great information, it was a complete overload. And there was conflicting stuff where I wasn't sure which thing I should do. It was too much. I needed one approach, so I hired a personal branding coach. Just like Michael Jordan or Bo Jackson, athletes hire coaches to refine their game, focus on their strengths, and become an overall better person faster than they would have done it alone. So over 6 weeks, my coach gave me specific tasks and things to focus on to build my personal brand. And it was challenging. He challenged me to focus on LinkedIn, and I was like, LinkedIn? That's not where creatives are. While I was resistant, I agreed to do it. And boy, am I glad I did. This one post got thousands of impressions, brought in new clients, both on the UGC side and in my creator coaching business. And it was, yeah, I'm glad I listened to him because I wouldn't be here without him. So if I were starting over, I would invest in help sooner rather than later. If I had waited weeks or months just doing it on my own, I wouldn't have seen those incredible results. And having somebody keep me accountable to getting actions done that would grow my business was like the smartest thing I've done in a while, besides see How to Train Your Dragon twice in the theater in IMAX. Investing in help early will get you there faster. But as a UGC creator, you still have an uphill battle when it comes to landing UGC brand deals. So watch this video about how to land brand deals as an over 40 UGC creator.